And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. I tell you what, coming up in not just a few weeks, man, we got our 11th annual high school football awards luncheon, and I tell you, man, it's getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. I tell you what, God has his hands on us, man, because again, not only are we going to honor 60 of the top high school football players in East Alabama and West Central Georgia, 25 of the top coaches as well. Nick Saban is our guest speaker.
I mean, what else can you say, DJ? You got Nick Saban coming in to speak to all these potential five-star players and good players, the best offense, the best defensive player in this whole area, the whole Chattahoochee Valley area, and it's topped off by having Nick Saban coming to town.
And you know what? It's great. It's a great thing. And again, everybody year after year has been saying for the last 3 or 4 years, how are you going to top yourself? How you just had Sable, Dabo. You just had Dabo. You just had Kirby Smart. You just had this one. Man, you know what? Hey, God's got his hands on this thing, man. So whatever we decide, and again, we just happen to have the number one coach of the national championship team, Nick Saban, coming in. If you've been sleeping up under a rock, if you just got in the country and didn't know it, but that's big business because Nick doesn't go. He can go anywhere in the world, man. But he's coming to Columbus, Georgia, on behalf of Sports Vision to speak to our kids.
I mean, that's big, DJ. And really, whether you're an Alabama fan or not, for Nick Saban to take time to come and speak to these high school players, I mean, really, it's just hats off to him. And really, this is the second time coming, DJ. And really, like I said, from what we've been doing with this whole format, even with the special event piece, this is one of the top events in the Chattahoochee Valley area.
Absolutely, and I know we bring Nick in to speak to our coaches and our young student athletes. However, I find that a lot of the corporate partners, they bring in their management's teams and they bring in the people because, again, when you're talking about Nick Saban, when you're talking about Bill Belichick, when you're talking about the top coaches in America, a lot of corporations bring these guys in to speak to their leadership teams, and they want to make sure that they talk about what it's like to be in charge or have a team, and talk about leadership and responsibility and delegations, the whole 9 yards. So you know what, this is something for everybody. Really, come to support our kids, but even more so, come hear the message that Nick Saban has. He might inspire you.
And really, DJ, one of the good things about all our speakers that come in, it's something for everybody. Like you just said, DJ, Nick Saban, he speaks corporately. He talks to business leaders. He talks to parents. He talks to coaches. He talks to the players. So really, it's big, man.
And again, Dale, we couldn't do it without our great sponsors, our great partners out there. We have a lot of them, and of course, we're going to have an opportunity in just a little bit to actually share with you who some of those folks are. They've been with us a long, long time. Of course, Headquarter Nissan. We talked about earlier how much they do. They're a big part of what we do, man. And of course, the Aflacs of the world, Forrest B. Johnsons of the world, the Chick-fil-A's of the world, and a whole lot more. But you know what? I'm just so proud. Like I said, we come together to honor these kids because you know what, Dale? Not a lot of people know this, but not too long ago when we were in high school, there were a plethora of organizations that awarded us at the end of the year and had ceremonies. And when you and I took over and started this business in 2004, for whatever reason, all that stuff had dried up and went away.
It went away, DJ, but one of the good things about it, I'm glad to say that we'll continue a great legacy of having great events, athletic banquets. I mean, really, this is big, and it didn't start just at, going to University of Georgia. It started from the Edgewood, from Pop Warner, all the way up to now to lead that legacy that Sports Vision promotes high school players. That's big, player.
Absolutely. And again, 2004 when we started this deal, and we went a few years, Dale, and we had to get on our feet. And then we said one thing we did recognize that we had to create coordinate an event like this. And then a couple of years later, in 2008, we kicked it off. Our first one, Kevin Butler. Thank you, buddy. He was a former University of Georgia All-American, the only kicker in the College Football Hall of Fame, and he held the all-time scoring points leader for the Chicago Bears up until recently. But he was our very first speaker. I remember we were at the Hilton Garden Inn. He came in with his Super Bowl trophy and his Super Bowl ring, and those kids were in awe.
I mean, really, DJ, we have a great legacy, like I said, but even with the coaches, from the Mark Rick to the Gus Malzones to the Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney. Really, DJ, we continue to get better and better, and that's one thing that we try to do even with Sports Vision, with that spirit of excellence, just try to get better and better.
And those great names that you just named, they have been the speakers over the last 4 or 5 years, but starting out when I mentioned Kevin Butler and, of course, Brenson Buckner, David Green, Steve Wallace, Jeremiah Castile. These guys were instrumental, and they were the foundation of what this has become as one of the premier sports athletic awards ceremonies in the country, according to several of those coaches.
And really, DJ, as we add on, as we get better, this year we'll have a media partner, PMB Broadcast. I mean, that's going to be big, DJ. We never had the opportunity to promote the event because it's always sold out. So this year, we got to, it's going to be an opportunity for the general public to come. And really, DJ, we'll be talking about that a little bit more.
And of course, we know that we got limited seating. It's not going to be as much as you said, so it's a first come first service basis. And just be on the lookout when we release the date, and we'll tell you how you can purchase individual tickets. But again, the tables deal have been moving so swiftly. Those numbers are going to get smaller and smaller.
They're going to get smaller and smaller, DJ, and we're just going to have to protect those. The general admission tickets are going to be at a premium. So really, that's one thing that we're trying to do because we want the place sold out.
Absolutely. And again, I want to let you know that it'll be on Thursday, December the 13th, 11:30 a.m. at the St. Luke Ministry Center. You can call me at 706-681-1136 or Dale Williams at 706-681-5192. Tell you what we're going to do, Dale. We're going to take a short break, pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Sports Vision, sponsored by Aflac, Chick-fil-A, Mel and Abe's, Styles by Denise, Jordan Girls, Taylor Funeral Home, Forrest B. Johnson and Associates, State Farm, Jimmy Watts Agency, and Dr. Jamie Winchester.